Hello and welcome to the Current Affairs Prime Time, and this is the Current Affairs Show. I am Kush and let's see the first headlines of 12th of January. 12th of January every year is observed as National Youth Day, the birthday of Swami Vivekanand. In 1984, the Government of India decided and declared that the birthday of Vivekanand would be celebrated as the National Youth Day. Next headline. Bureau of Indian Standards have revised Indian standards on gold hallmarking, which is effective from January 1, 2017. Now, as per the headline, the hallmark gold jewellery will now be available in 3 grades of 14 carat, 18 carat and 22 carats. Hallmark on gold jewellery will now have 4 marks: BIS mark, the purity in carat and finesse mark, the assaying centers identification mark and the jeweler's identification mark. So 4 mark would be there on the gold jewellery. Next headline. The month-long Magh Mela festival began on 12th of January 2017 at Sangam in Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. During this entire month, the pilgrims stay on the banks of Sangam in tents and take early morning bath and take part in other religious activities. Magh Mela is also known as Mini Kumbh Mela and is held in the Magh month as per a traditional Hindu calendar followed in North India. Next headline. In the biggest hike in nearly 3 decades, Saudi Arabia has increased India's annual Hajj quota by 34,500. It is the biggest increase in quota for Hajj pilgrims after 1988. India's quota was brought down to 1,36,020 from 1,70,000 in 2012. Next headline. Health Minister J.P. Nadda to launch measles rubella vaccine to roll out in Goa, Karnataka, Lakshadweep, Puducherry and Tamil Nadu between February 3 and 4, 2017. Next headline. China has successfully sent 3 satellites JL-1, CubeSats, KYS-1 and K-10-1 blasted off from northwestern China's Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center in Gansu into space. Now, the JL-1 is a multifunctional remote sensing satellite providing high-definition video images. The XYS-1 and the K-10-1 are experimental satellites to test technologies of low-orbit narrowband communications. Let's proceed to the next headline. The Indian hockey team captain P.R. has become a member of the International Hockey Federation Athletes Committee. This committee consists of around 8 players, which consist of current or retired players as well. Interestingly, Srijesh plays for Uttar Pradesh Wizards in the Hockey Premier League. Now let's have a recap of all the headlines. Youth Day, birthday of Swami Vivekanand being observed on 12th of January. BIS revises Indian standard on gold hallmarking. Allahabad Magh Mela begins. India's annual Hajj quota increased by 34,500, biggest hike in 3 decades. Health Ministry to launch measles rubella vaccine. China launches first commercial space mission with new rocket. Let's proceed. P.R. Srijesh becomes member of FIH Athletes Committee. Now let's have a review of all these headlines via the quiz. National Youth Day is observed on, and the answer 12th of January. Next question. After revision on gold hallmarking by BIS, the gold jewellery will be available in which grades now? And the answer, it is 3 grades, 14 carat, 18 and 22 carats. Next question. Name the city in which Magh Mela has begun recently. And the answer is it is Allahabad or Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. Next question. Name the country which has launched 3 satellites into space in its first commercial mission using an updated version of the low-cost Kuazu 1A rocket. And the answer is it is China. Let's move forward. Name the Indian hockey player who has become the member of FIH Athletes Committee recently. It is the Indian captain, and the answer, it is Mr. P.R. Srijesh. Let's move forward. And now we have the answers and the winners. UPI stands for Unified Payment Interface, AEPS stands for Aadhaar Enabled Payment System, MTCR Missile Technology Control Regime, FCNRA Foreign Currency Non-Resident Account, and the winners Gubendhiran Arun, Subina Singh and Shiva Bharati. Let's take up now the CAT quiz again. And these are the full forms you have to answer: NPCI, NACH, CPI, MMIT and USSD. With this, we come to an end to our discussion of the current affairs of 12th of January, the maximum headlines possible in the minimum time possible. Thank you so much.